Good evening, students. As day after tomorrow your maths exam is there, so for that I have revised 3rd and 13th chapter to you. Now we are going with the revision of chapter number 8, that is quadrilaterals. So all of you know about the quadrilateral, that a four-sided closed figure is known as a quadrilateral. Okay, in a quadrilateral there are four sides and four angles. Sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay, nextly, then quadrilateral has five types. First is parallelogram, then rectangle, then square, then trapezium, and then rhombus. Now you know the definition of all these. So what is a parallelogram, what is rectangle, square, etc. Here are there some properties which we will use to prove the theorems and as well as exercises. So firstly about the parallelogram. Diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. If you have given a parallelogram and one of its diagonal, then that two triangles are there, these two triangles will be congruent. Next, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, and diagonals bisect each other. These are the properties of a parallelogram. And if in a quadrilateral you have given that its opposite sides are equal, or opposite angles are equal, or diagonals bisect each other, or a pair of opposite sides is equal and parallel, then we can say that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Means if ABCD you have given any parallelogram, okay, and it is given opposite sides are equal or parallel, or opposite angles are equal, or one pair of opposite side is equal and parallel, then without any proof we can say that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Next, about the diagonals. Diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other and are equal. As in parallelogram, diagonals only bisect each other, but in a rectangle diagonals bisect each other as well as diagonals are equal. In a rhombus, diagonals bisect each other at right angles. Okay, in parallelogram and a rectangle only bisect, but in rhombus bisect each other at right angles, and in a square bisect each other at right angles as well as are equal. So diagonals are equal only in rectangle and square, and bisect each other in all, and perpendicular in rectangle, rhombus and the square. Okay, these are the properties of rectangle, rhombus, square and parallelogram which we will used in exercise 8.1, and the theorems also. After that there is one midpoint theorem that is used in exercise 8.2. Midpoint theorem is, if we are having any triangle may be any, it's scalar, it's equilateral, or it is isosceles. If we join the midpoints of any two opposite sides of a triangle, then that line will be parallel to the third side and will be half of it. This is known as midpoint theorem. And also its converse is also true. If we have given any line from the midpoint of one side parallel to third side and half of it, then we can say it will be midpoint of second line also. Then quadrilateral formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of a quadrilateral. You have given any quadrilateral, suppose ABCD is a quadrilateral and its midpoints given. The figure obtained by joining the midpoints of quadrilateral is also a parallelogram. Okay, so these are the properties of third chapter which you will do, and problems you can discuss in Zoom class. Now we will go with the revision of construction chapter. In construction chapter, first exercise we have to draw the angle. So this is very easy. Up to 8th class you have learned how to draw the angle of 90 degree or 45. Okay, here 90 degree angle, 45 you can easily draw. Main point you have to keep in mind as justify the construction. If it is written in question justify the construction, it means you have to show your construction up to how much appropriate is this one. Means if you have drawn the angle of 90 degree, then you have to show also that this angle is 90 degree. Okay, so all the angles are very simple, as 90, 45 is half of 90, then 22 and half, this is half of 45. Like this you can draw the questions. Steps of construction is must to write, and justify the construction is also, if it is given in question then you have to justify your construction. After that, in exercise 11.2, there you have to draw the triangles. For draw triangles we have given only one side, one angle, and sum of two sides or difference of two sides. Okay, so for that same method is there, but you have to keep in your mind that firstly you will draw the line which is given to you, Then at what point you will draw the angle. After that what you will do, you will cut the sum of two sides or difference of two sides on this line, and then you will join with C point. You will draw the perpendicular bisector of this, where these two intersect. That point is the third point of the triangle. Okay, joining all these you will get the exact triangle. And the third type of question is this: when you have given the perimeter, then perimeter we will take as one side, and on the two corners we will draw the angles. Firstly we draw angle bisector, then we draw the side perpendicular bisector of lines. Okay, joining all these lines we can get the required triangle. So this is your chapter 11. You will revise these chapters and problem you can discuss in Zoom class. Thank you.